Hi everyone, I'm going to be reading this story for you today. So this is our story. It's called Perfectly Norman. Now I've not read stories for a while on here, so it's because I've been super busy making all the work packs and things, but I thought I'd come on now and do it. So this is a lovely story by Tom Percival. So here we are. Norman had always been normal, perfectly normal, until one day he grew a pair of wings. Norman had imagined growing taller or growing a beard like his dad, but he had never imagined growing a pair of wings. Still, they were here now, so he decided to take them out right away. Soon Norman was swooping around and generally having the most fun ever. But then he had to go in for dinner. You see, Norman had been so normal he didn't know how his parents would feel about his extraordinary pair of wings. As he went in, Norman covered himself up with a great big coat. His parents didn't notice the wings, but they did think it was rather odd he was wearing a coat indoors. Bath time was problematic. So was bedtime. The coat was hot and uncomfortable, but Norman had decided that no one should see his wings ever. The next day Norman went to the park, but he was far too hot to play any of his favourite games. And so it went on. Long car journeys were unbearable. The swimming pool was dreadful. And there was nothing compared to his friend's birthday party. Oh dear, how do you think he's feeling? He doesn't look very happy to me. The only time that Norman could feel normal now was when it rained. One day, a boy tried to pull his coat off, and Norman had to run away, hot-faced, angry and sad. He wished he'd never grown those stupid wings. Oh, poor Norman. I wonder why the illustrators decided to make Norman's coat in colour, but everything else black and white. Very eye-catching. Oh, look, there's a bit of colour here. Then he saw some birds high up in the sky and remembered the joy of his first flight. It occurred to Norman that it was the coat making him feel miserable, not the wings. Why don't you take that tatty thing off? Suggested his mum and dad. Norman looked up at them hesitantly. His parents smiled and nodded. He smiled back. Then he threw off the coat and let his wonderful wings fan out. Norman leapt into the air. Finally, he was free of that coat. He noticed a few of the other children wearing thick, heavy coats. He noticed a few other children wearing thick, heavy coats of their own. They looked up at Norman and round at each other nervously. There was a moment of pause, and then whoosh! The sky was filled with flying people. Norman had never felt so happy. Oh, there's lots, very colourful now, isn't it? He realised there was no such thing as perfectly normal, but he was perfectly Norman, which is just as it should be. I love that book. It's a lovely book. So I'm looking forward to speaking to you all next week sometime on either Zoom or on a call. So I can't wait. I'll see you then. Bye everyone.